teaching you testing and commissioning of power system apparatus for 7th semester electrical and electronics engineering students. So we are in module number 1 with respect to transformers. The first topic which we are studying under transformer is transformer specification. So let us see what do you mean by specification, and in a transformer what is important while you are procuring a transformer. Let us see first. So coming to transformer specification, there are 10 important points which we have to talk with respect to transformer specification. The first point is whether it is a single phase transformer or a three-phase transformer we need to mention. The second thing which comes is the frequency. At what frequency we are operating the transformer. Next comes the power rating of a transformer. Generally, a transformer which we are using for power transformers and distribution transformers, we always operate it at megavolt ampere ratings. Therefore, it should be like 200 megavolt amperes, or it could be any other ratings of the power. So we are talking about the power rating also. We should also mention the rated voltage for each winding, whether it is 440 or 220 kilovolts, or whether it is 220 kilovolts, 66 kilovolts, or any other voltage which are greater than 33 kilovolts. We also have to mention whether we are connecting it in star or whether we are connecting in delta. Also important is the tap changer. So whether we're using on-load tap changer or whether you're using off-load tap changer. One more is important is the impedance voltage at rated current. Also the indoor or outdoor type, whether we are install the transformer inside a building or outside the building. There are different type of cooling methods for a transformer, such as oil natural air. We are going to consider air forced, oil forced, air forced, oil forced, water forced. So we are going to see whether the coolant what we are using is oil, water, or whether it is air, whether it is forced or whether it is natural. Also important is how many cooling banks you want to install, what is the capacity, what is the number of pumps and fans required, and what method of earthing you are using for each winding. And you also have to mention about the insulation levels and how do you control the tap changer. Coming to a main very important topic is the installation of transformer. In VTU, this is an important question which comes under the module 1. That is, explain the installation of a transformer. In installation, there are 3 points which come into the picture. The first point is the location. The location always is important because it deals with long-term consequences. Any mistake we make while selecting the location could be very, very costly. Therefore, we always have to make sure that location is proper. Under location, what is very, very important is the facilities. Whether the raw materials which you are keeping it, is it close by to the installation site or not? Because the raw materials required should always be continuously we are going to make use of it. Therefore, there should be proper good road connections, there should be proper linking with the ports, and there should be rail heads which are possibly required. Coming to the second one is the manpower availability. There should be skilled laborers which we have to use. Skilled manpower is required for the installation. And under location, the third point is the environmental condition. The effect of pollution from the specific type of plants, social obligations are to be met. The nature of the site selection should be preferably having advantages to meet this requirement. So under location, we have 3 points which I have to mention. One is the transportation facility, one is the manpower availability, and the third one is the environmental condition. The next point which is important for the installation is the preparation of the site. What is important in the preparation of the site? The first thing we have to know is whether the site is indoor or whether it is outdoor. For indoor, we have separate preparation. For the outdoor, there are separate preparation. For indoor, what are the considerations which we have to take? The 3 points which we have to take is the noise level. Second thing is the space. Third thing is the cable length. What do you mean by the ventilation? Always the noise level should be minimum. Minimum clearance should be there between the transformer where you are constructed and the walls which are surrounded by the transformer tank. What should be the clearance level? If I am connecting it on all the 4 sides of a wall, from each side it should be 1.25 mm. If it is for a 3-sided wall, it should be 1 meter. If it is on a backside wall, it should be 0.5 meter. And the ventilation area should be in such a way that it should be 2 meters square per 1000 kilovolt ampere. And for an inlet valve, it should be 1 meter square per 1000 kilovolt ampere. Last point about the installation is the foundation details. What do you mean by foundation? Always a transformer tank has to be kept a level floor strong enough. It should be kept on a platform such that for the maintenance purpose and to prevent the accumulation of water, it should always have a level floor. There should be proper drainage facilities. Oil drainage facilities should be provided. And the last point is for an outdoor installation, there should be a proper clearance between live parts and the neighboring structure. Equipments should be adhered to the electricity rules. The level of the concrete plinth which you are bearing with the plates of sufficient size and the strength should be adopted properly, and you should be very careful of using rust proof bituminous compound product. And railing should be proper. There should be always rollers to be used because of heavy things. There are different types of tanks which are used in a transformer, like plain tanks, shaped tanks, bell-shaped tanks, corrugated tanks, and stubborn wagon type tank. What are plain tanks? If the tanks are in rectangular shape, it is called plain tanks. If it is in the form of a suitable shape which is given, it is shaped tanks. In a bell-shaped tanks, there are 2 parts, one in the form of the case and the other one in the form of a base. Then there are corrugated tanks where vertical ribs are connected. Stubborn wagon type tanks are going to be there. In a corrugated tank, vertical ribs are going to be given. In the stubborn wagon type tank, they are designed to withstand dynamic loading capability. So this is with respect to tanks. So we have spoken about the specification. We have spoken about the installation, and we have also spoken about what we call it as the transformer tank. So this completes important topics under module number 1. In the next video, we'll learn the testing of transformer tanks. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you.